Good, it's your boy OT. I'm over here shopping with my dogs, Holloman, one of the hottest brands coming up out the city of Philly. Everywhere is comfortable, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm rocking this color to represent, you know what I'm saying, upcoming project, Pale Horse. You know what I'm saying? So watch out for that too. See what it is, your boy OT the Real, rocking one of the hottest up and coming brands there is, Holloman. Pale Horse coming soon. Let's go.
I think he's going to dominate him. I think he's going to come out, you know, being real dominant. I think real careful in the first couple of rounds, but I think he's going to end up, dominate. I don't think he's going to probably knock him out. I think he's going to probably dominate him, beat him up real, make it a real rough fight for him. Now we spoke about, a lot of the Philly fighters that has a name that's out, possibly about to fight soon. Who do you think is up and coming from Philadelphia that you can say, all right, I see this guy in the gym. This guy is, going to be the next wave of Philly fight. One of the next Philly fighters that's going to be something to deal with.
Yo, it's hard to single out. You talking about professional?
You can name professional, amateur. Who you say up and coming?
That's hard.
Because Philly got a lot.
You got Ismail Muhammad. You got Jabril Noble. Atif Oberlton, Juan Rivera Jr., like you name it, like Philly's got a lot of dudes, man. Isaiah Johnson, Quadir Albright, like people are going to get mad at me because I didn't name them, but it's just so many. There's so many guys. Lamar Smith Jr. Man, it is literally like Philly. If everything goes right, Philly generation. This next one is going to be it. But
you mentioned my guy Dan Brown too.
Oh, it's
my guy.
My amateurs. See, everybody I name is pros, but my amateurs, you got Dan Brown, you got Salim Bey.
Yeah.
Like Wahid's son. Man.
Shout out to Wah. Yeah, man. So Philly is in a good place as far as boxing, but I think that we just have to, continue to support, our Philly fighters, man. Any, media outlets, if you're just a fan of boxing, you got to support, the Philly fighters. Now you have some things, there's some media outlets, we don't want to say no names, but I'm pretty sure you got a message for the people that's, the media outlets that's been, tugging at you, at your cape, man.
I got a lot of people that hate on me. I got a lot of people that hate on me, and I got a lot of people that I feel like do a disservice to the sport of boxing. It's like it's amazing to me, and if I come off as a hater, man, I don't give a fuck. It's amazing to me the people that fans take seriously and the channels that fans watch, and they really think that these dudes have knowledge, and they really think that these dudes are connected. They just be giving out a bunch of bullshit. It's like, yo, how are you going to consistently watch somebody that lies over and over and over again?
Clickbait.
Like, yo, with these super clickbait titles, shit that's never happened. Like, yo, I feel like fans like the spectacle and like this real love and hip hop type boxing instead of like real, like you're not even getting informed. You just getting lied to over and over again. And then you got these dudes that tap dance.
Mm-hmm.
This is about to be controversial.
Okay.
Right? But I'm black before anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you got people that when certain situations come around, they're less than sturdy. Some things are right and some things are wrong, right? So when somebody, says disparaging, man, fuck all that, man. When Ryan Garcia came out and, talked about Muslims and then talked about Jews and then when talked about black folks, you had some dudes that kind of like put a cape over it. They started caping, put a blanket over him. Oh, Ryan, it's okay. No, it's not okay.
I agree.
Fuck the views, right? And dudes that sell their soul just, for, a Ryan interview or just, so a certain fan base won't be upset with them. No, fuck that shit. It wasn't right, right? It's not okay, right? You can't say like everything isn't on mental health, right? Mental health brings certain things out of you, right? So if you're going through something emotionally, why is the first thing that somebody says is fuck niggers? Why is that the first thing? No, that's in you already.
Yeah.
And you going through something brought it out. F Jews. Why is that? Yo, when I'm going through something, that's not the first thing that I lean on, yo. It's not. That's not my first thought.
Yeah.
Right? So while I do think that young man was going through something, yeah, I do think that a lot of those stuff that he was saying was in his heart.
Yeah.
And he has an issue with that. And he's going to have to, like, he's talking about, finding God and, God and God and God. People that have God in them don't operate in that space. And I'm tired of him using God as some kind of shield or some kind of crush. If you are reading the teachings of Yehoshua, then you know that's not how you carry shit in real life. That's not how you're supposed to carry it.
Mm-hmm.
And so you got these channels, right, that were okay with it, giving them a pass. Ain't no passes.
Yeah.
All for views, all because they don't want to upset a certain fan base. Nah, bro, not over here, yo. Right is right and wrong is wrong. There's another channel out there that's always hating on Mexicans, saying all kinds of crazy stuff about Mexicans. I'm not giving nobody no shine, but you know who you are. You a piece of shit too. Right? And people be watching and supporting these dudes. Yeah. Meanwhile, he's talking about, Mexicans this and Mexicans that. Like that's not how a boxing channel should operate. Yeah. That's not how anybody should operate, but whatever, man.
All right. Another question before,
I'm sorry, I went the fuck off.
No, man, listen, it's cool. All right, so another question we got, Devin Haney. He lost, you spoke about Ryan Garcia.
Yeah.
Firstly, do you think Ryan Garcia purposely cheated or used PEDs?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think that the suspension that he got was fair?
Under the guidelines of the New York State Athletic Commission, yeah. Okay. I don't think it should have been less than a year, but I also think that it probably would behoove just boxing to make those PED suspensions a lot longer to deter people from using them.
Devin Haney,
yeah,
suffered the loss. It was overturned to a no contest. Do you think Devin Haney will ever be the same? Like, return to, rare form. I know it's hard to bounce back from a loss, but I think he lost more mentally. Do you think he would be able to return to, being dominant 140-pounder?
I think he will. It's hard to say because you don't know how somebody would react, and neither of us is inside his head.
Mm-hmm.
I know that Dev is a strong-willed kid. I even saw him in that fight. Dev never stopped fighting.
Correct.
And, it was probably to his detriment, but he has a fighter's heart, even though, people complained about his, his power and clowned him after that. But every time he knocked down, he got up.
Yeah.
And that showed me something. I do think that he's going to be a world champion again.
Mm-hmm.
Probably 140 and 147. I think that he has to iron some things out boxing-wise, though.
Yeah.
Because he got consistently hit with the same punch, and it was because of a flaw, right? Yeah. And I think he's going to go back and he's going to watch that, and he's going to correct those things.
Okay. Now, Ryan Garcia comes back, possibly from his suspension next year. Devin Haney has been all. I don't know if you heard anything about him possibly fighting this year or maybe next year.
Yeah.
How big is that rematch?
Huge. And mind you, there should be a rematch though. For the people that say, "Oh no, it shouldn't be. Dev should never fight." Nah, you got to get that one back.
Yeah, that I agree. I think that rematch would be probably that fight probably would be bigger than Shakur and Tank. I believe it just because of the
backstory.
Yes,
might be. Yeah,
or somewhere or even in the same atmosphere as that. Now, Devin just had an incident. People were saying that came from him having a loss and, you know, going through what he was going through and possibly some mental, you know, issues prompted him to want to move in that manner and so forth and so on. What's your thoughts on him in that altercation with that you know, guy?
Yo, we all men.
Yeah.
Right? If dudes try me and you in real life, what you think they going to do with somebody that's famous?
Exactly.
It's like, yo, as an older man, my advice to Dev would be you have to use restraint. You got to think there's always going to be, and this goes to any boxer, there's always going to be, you know, somebody that is looking to take you off your square. You can't let them. But at the same time, in my younger years, and even sometimes now, you got people that press your buttons to where as though it puts you in a space like, oh, you think it's sweet.
Yeah.
Right? Like, nah, don't get this shit, don't let it fool you. Like, it can go how you want it to go.
Mm-hmm.
And I see it being one of those situations where dude probably said some out-of-pocket stuff. Maybe he was looking for a check, or maybe he was looking for a rise out of Dev. And Dev reacted like a lot of us have reacted in the past. I ain't the first dude to to punch somebody in the mouth, and I ain't gonna be the last, and neither is he.
Correct.
But Dev reacted, wasn't aware of his surroundings, and then when he got aware, he tried to like dip off, like, Dev, we seen you, bro.
Yeah. There's cameras everywhere, man.
Dev, we seen you.
I think that his people should, you know, kind of you know, de-escalated a little bit better than that. I think they should kind of reacted a little bit more, you know, like, yo, get out of here, man. No, we ain't doing that.
I agree with, in the sense of, to his friends, don't know him, you got to protect your homie.
Correct. It's a cash cow.
Right? Yeah. You, like, and not even just
because of the money aspect.
The money aspect, right?
That shit
it's just because you know what could result from this.
Yes.
So you see, like, y'all was supposed to like push him out the way, like, yo, stay the fuck over there.
Yeah.
And then if you proceeded to whip his ass based off of what he said, you know, then have at it, because I ain't one of those guys that'd be like, you know, kumbaya, anything somebody says to you is okay. Like, no. Mm-hmm. Sometimes the only thing people understand is ass whooping.
Yo, and it's the crazy thing about that too as well, I just want to speak about it. I've saw situations where, like, say me and you are a superstar. We can be an athlete, you know, whatever. Mm-hmm. I've seen situations where an athlete or actor, their entourage punched somebody, defending, you know, the actor or athlete, and the actor or athlete still gets sued. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, that's
that's like crazy. How you gonna sue me for, you know? But you know, that's just the world we live in. So I would rather, you know, I would probably rather it that way than, you know, the other way around, because there's so much, you know, that Devin can possibly go through because of that incident. Now, I know we running short on time, but I want to ask you, you know, a few more questions. Crawford, Boots. Do we ever do we ever get this fight at some point? You know, 154, 47, you know, 60, whatever. Do we ever get this fight?
No.
Okay.
If you ever read my comment section, Terrence Crawford fans think that I hate Crawford or got something against Crawford. I don't.
Yeah.
First and foremost, before any boxing, Crawford is my brother.
Mm-hmm.
I take that very seriously.
Yeah.
Right. So I definitely got love for him just on that, right? Mm-hmm. I push fights, right? And everybody I interview, that's their authentic self. That's how they feel, right?
Yeah.
I'm not going to censor that, as long as you're not talking about, you know, Mexicans, talking about Jews or anything racial or anything super out of pocket in that sense. Mm-hmm. I won't censor that interview. If you feel like, you know, this fighter beat that fighter or this fighter isn't good, go ahead, say your piece.
Yeah.
YSM isn't about me.
Correct.
That's why I'm not on camera. It's about whoever I'm interviewing. They're the star. They're the expert. I don't box.
Yeah.
So, as far as I just wanted to get that out for the Crawford fans. Get out of my comment section. I don't hate Crawford. Like, nah. Mm-hmm. But as far as Crawford and Boots go, I don't think we get that fight. And specifically, is Crawford is at a point in his career where he can call some shots. Mm-hmm. And that is not a shot that he once called.
Yeah.
I mean, for the obvious reason.
Yeah, financially.
Yeah.
It makes,
Well, I don't even think it's 100% financially, right? Boots is a hard fight.
Mm-hmm.
Dudes want to act like Crawford will just mow over Boots. Like, we seen Crawford versus Madrimov, right?
Yeah.
And dudes are going to say, oh, well, Madrimov, awkward rhythm. He's a 140 or 154. Boots is bigger than Madrimov.
Yeah.
For anybody that don't know, he's bigger than him. But stylistically, Boots is the most unfavorable matchup that Crawford has out today.
Mm.
And I know you're going to ask me about who wins the fight, but I'll get to that later. But does Crawford need Boots right now in his career? No. He's a Hall of Famer. He just took out the dude that y'all said was my rival. Okay, now, looking, I want stuff that's either going to give me, top 5 all time, top 10 all time, which is Canelo, and a crazy ass payday.
Exactly.
Right now, today, Boots doesn't provide any of those, even though I think boxing-wise, Boots would be the best fighter he's ever fought. But when it comes to resume, Boots doesn't offer that at this point in time. Mm. So if I was Terrence Crawford, I see the way this kid is punching on everybody.
Yeah.
If I beat him, people are going to say, oh, well, he didn't beat anybody.
Mm-hmm.
But I could very well lose that fight because he's a bad motherfucker. And I'm not going to make Canelo Alvarez money. I might as well go up and face Canelo Alvarez, and if I lose, people are going to be like, oh, I dared to be great. I went up 3 weight classes.
Yeah.
So I don't think we get that.
Yeah, I agree. All right, man. So, just speaking about Crawford, I get this question a lot, a lot of times in comments. This is a, fantasy fight. Crawford in his prime versus Floyd in his prime.
Floyd.
Why you say Floyd so easy?
Floyd has shown the ability to adapt to any style, right? Stylistically, if it were to happen at 47, I say Floyd 9 rounds to 3, 8 rounds to 4. Mm. There's going to be some things that Terrence Crawford does that gives him problems, but Floyd's going to adapt. Floyd, I see Floyd kind of like keeping Bud off balance. Bud has a tendency to want to fight.
Yeah.
Right? And I think that Floyd would frustrate Bud. Whole bunch of stabs to the body. Wouldn't really be able to hit Floyd cleanly in certain pockets to where as though then I think Bud to get real loose with his shots. And then we'll run into some shots. Floyd got more power than what people give him credit for. Mm-hmm. And there's nothing you could throw at Floyd that he's never seen before.
Exactly.
So I don't think Bud switching southpaw is going to bother Floyd. I don't.
Got a few more.
Go
ahead. Floyd versus Pretty Boy. Floyd versus Tank 135.
Pretty Boy.
Why? Same thing. Frustration.
Stylistically, right? We've seen Tank against a certain type of fighter, a fighter that's going to be available. Even Frank isn't Floyd elusive or anything like that. Mm-hmm. So he's fighting guys that's available and looking spectacular doing so. Okay, what happens when somebody makes themselves unavailable? Tank has a very, very high IQ, but you're talking about Pretty Boy Floyd? Pretty Boy hit power in both hands. Not Tank power, but power in both hands. Elusive, quick, crazy-ass IQ. I think that Tank won't be able to get the shot off. He loses a lot of rounds because he's in there taking pictures and basically like setting traps for you. I don't think he gets that trap set that he wants for Floyd, and then loses a decision because Floyd piled up rounds while Tank was setting up the trap. Mm.
Someone they say similar to Floyd, 135, Shakur versus Pretty Boy.
Floyd. And everybody's going to get mad at me. Everybody's going to get mad at me. I think Floyd can fight inside as well as outside, where Shakur is very, very adept on fighting mid to long range. But I think that when Shakur goes to let those counters off, when he feels like he got you, Floyd will actually get him. So I think Floyd is a complete fighter in a sense where Shakur, at this point in his career, isn't as good as Floyd was on the inside.
All right, last one. This was gonna be a tough one, you know. Prime Floyd Mayweather versus Jerron Boots Ennis. Your thoughts?
Floyd.
And why? Why is that?
At this point in time, Boots hasn't faced the level of opposition that Floyd had to prepare him for Floyd. Right? And it's no fault of his own, but he hasn't been able to get those fights to where as though I think Floyd would beat Boots in a close decision. Now, I'm about to be controversial. Okay? I'm about to be controversial.
Go ahead.
The Floyd that beat Canelo, Boots stops him.
You think so?
Yeah.
154 Floyd?
The Floyd that beat Canelo, mind you, Floyd was 36 years old.
Yeah.
That Floyd, Boots stops him.
Floyd was sharp as hell in that fight too.
All the things that gave Floyd problems in his whole career, Boots possesses. The separation between Floyd and Boots in their primes is Floyd faced the best to where as though I think that in certain pockets where Boots will be overly aggressive, Floyd will be smart and get out of those situations and score. To where as though only because he's seen everything, 28, 29 years old, he's seen everything that a fighter can throw at him.
Yeah.
But 36 years old Floyd slowed down and always had issues with southpaws. Not issues enough where they're going to beat him, but we seen the fight was that. I think Floyd will be able to, I think Boots will be able to duplicate some of the things that Zab did, along with Boots being a much bigger fighter than Floyd and a bigger puncher at that weight.
Okay, well, you hear it here first, man.
They about to grind me up. Yo.
You heard it here first, man. You know. So listen, so Mel, where can people find you at, man? What's Instagram? You YSM on YouTube. Where can people find you at on these platforms?
You can find me on YouTube, YSM Sports Media. I'm on Instagram, YSM_sports_media. Facebook, YSMSportsMedia.com. TikTok, you name it, I'm on it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
cool, man. Well, I appreciate you, bro. And I want to say something else, man. From the first day I met this guy, man, I met this guy at a fight, and from the beginning, this guy, showing me love, man. Even though we in the same field, this guy been, hunted from day one. So I appreciate you, man, for sure, man.
I appreciate you having me on, man.
And keep motivating me, man, because I'm watching you, man. So.
Yeah. I gave you enough today to where as though they gonna burn me. They gonna burn me to the stake, but shit.
Yeah, man. Listen, I appreciate it, man. Thanks, man. It's TBISE, the best in sports entertainment.
MegaCare LLC, giving you an abundance of what you need. Do you know that MegaCare LLC has been top rated in home care since 2020? If you have a loved one, a neighbor, a friend who needs home care, if you're looking for top pay, 401k, benefits, health, call now 215-644-8341. That's 215-644-8341.